Hi everyone, my name is Seema and I am a storyteller. So I'm back again today with a wonderful story that I remember reading long ago. The story goes that there was this little boy who was standing outside the window of a shop that had the most amazing things. You see, it was a holiday season, the shops were decked, the streets were lit, and festive air all around. But for this poor little boy who was in rags, everything looked like a dream. It looked as if something that was unreachable, so he kept gazing at the windows, peering into the glass, looking at all the wonderful things that were just on the other side of the glass. And as he was looking there, peering into the glass, in walked a young woman. She was passing by and she happened to notice this little boy with a longing in his eyes. She went near him and looked up and asked him, "What do you want, little boy?" He just smiled. He didn't say a word, he just smiled, but his eyes gave it away. And at that moment, she decided to do something totally unexpected. She hadn't thought of it before, but at that moment, she knew that it was the right thing to do. She just held his hand and walked into that store, bought that little red shoes that was there that the boy was eyeing because he had no shoes of his own. She bought that shoe, she bought him some warm clothes, some cookies, some chocolates, and gave him that bag. The look of that boy, oh boy. The look in his eyes was just of pure shock, joy, and wonder. He just whispered to her, asking her, "Ma'am, are you God?" The woman smiled and said, "No, of course not. I'm not God. But I'm one of his children." And immediately that little boy said, "Yes, I knew it. You had to be a relative somehow. Thank you." And he went running to his mom. "Mom, look what I've got." And that young woman stood there for a long time, gazing at that boy and thinking of what he had said. Children of God, a relative of God. She had never thought it that way until that little 4-year-old boy made her think. Random acts of kindness. When was the last time we did something? Wishing somebody a hello, a good morning, smiling at somebody, just lifting our heads from a mobile to acknowledge somebody. Even that is a random act of kindness nowadays, isn't it? Offering something to someone. So many little things that could bring a smile on somebody's face. After all, like that little boy said, we are God's relatives, isn't it? Thank you for listening. If you like this story and want to listen to more such small stories, do follow my page, Stories with Seema.